Investigator,
No, I
'cause
have no
apparently that's
sympathy.
what
She
I did.
literally named herself Envy. Stop it. Like, I have no sympathy for it. She wants that attention. No one names themselves Envy, doesn't want that attention. You want the envy and the jealousy. That's a negative trait, not a fucking positive one.
Hell yeah.
And no one would be doing the lives that she does if she doesn't like all the fucking attention. She just brings it on herself. She's a fucking cocksucker.
They love getting into it because when they're in the comments going win envy, she's like, oh thank you so much, oh thank you.
Always do it.
And then the boiler broke down, and we're going to be so cold here, and we're going to be made homeless. But I'm not asking for gifts. I don't really know. But and then I got this bill. Get the fuck out of here! You know exactly what you're doing.
What is it they say? Gifts.
My ADD cannot handle this. Hang on, I gotta mute you, wheelchair. I got to.
What is it they say? Gifts are expected but not appreciated.
Yeah.
But Paisley, I saw that live I was when that happened, and I was like, anybody that knows you knew what you meant. Like, it's just, like, for God's sake. And then, as Uni just said, just then with flying over, fucking hell, just because you've got a little money in your bloody, why don't you start using your GoFundMe, you stupid witch?
Fix your constipation. But like, I've never been in a fight in my life. What am I going to do? Go over there and try and slap someone? Like,
Get a nerve gun.
yeah.
But can I just ask a question, because I don't know the actual, but so did she actually say that person out the front was something that you guys had orchestrated?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
God's sake, what?
It was me. I was standing out here
Look
with
what
my
it's led
costume
to.
on.
Look what
Thank
it's
you,
led to.
Haley.
It was somebody
Thank you for
literally
taking it.
walking. They weren't even. Haley, stop fucking owning up to shit you didn't even do. Stop it.
Haley was
Stop
looking
fucking covering for these
Jesus.
people. Stop it. Let them crumble on their own. You don't deserve the heat. I heard you say the other day that you had like covered for, a couple of people and stuff.
Well, I just understood that like these people, like when we were finding the information on Martha, these people like Travis and them were all like and Goose. They didn't want any part of what happened. So I was like, oh look, they all hate me anyway. Just blame me for it. And they did, and I didn't care. But then when I saw people started to lie and make things sound worse, but then try to hide I was like, no. Wait, I don't mind taking the rap, but if you're going to sit there and make things worse and like inflame things and say things that didn't happen, then no, your ass, you started it. And I'll show you the screenshots.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't even really know who's done like what posting to Reddit or what happened, but it's always, I don't know, like it feels like it's always the same person who's sending screenshots to the same person, and then shit's getting posted. You know what I mean? Like, how does that happen like 5 times with the same individual? And how are you at the bottom of it every single fucking time? You've been the one that's been, I don't know. It's a bit.
I know everyone's just, it is what it is. But
And that's what I mean by like, that whole group needs to be honest about what's been going on. And I'm talking about like the Freds, the Muppets, the whatever, whoever's been posting it. I don't know exactly who it is, but whoever's been getting that information, sharing it around, posting it, whatever, Travis, whoever it is, like, I don't know. Really fucking
What is the
messy.
information? What information is there?
Real fucking messy. So Envy's information was posted at one point, a screenshot of the house or whatever, which is what started all this bullshit anyways. And then not too long after that, we were all getting incriminated for looking up her stuff. You know what I mean? Then it was some stuff was posted, and then same thing happened. Martha's stuff was posted, same thing happened. Like, it was just, I don't know, like, when are we ever going to get the truth of that situation?
so I can say that the only 2 things that I've actively seeked out myself or posted was I found Nate's information. That was all me, no one else. But everything else was not me. I did post the stuff exposing Muppets behaviors on behalf of someone. But that, other than those two things, that's the only thing I've actively sought out or posted. Everything else that I've said that I'd done, I was just protecting the other trans people.
I've never posted. I've never.
So, but well,
Us in. Raven invited us in, and it went wild. It went wild. That's not Raven's fault.
No, of course not.
Raven also didn't actively participate and seek out any information like a lot of us didn't. Were we talking shit? Oh, hell yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of shit.
A lot of shit about the lot of you.
Yep.
Magical.
I'm just agreeing. I have no idea.
Well, and it's a place where we could talk shit without anybody being like, blah, blah, blah. But then we leave a server and then our stuff is used against us later. Like,
Well, it happened when I left Naomi's server. As soon as I left Naomi's
same.
server, Naomi's mouth started running.
Well,
Same.
Muppet said that the other day on the live a couple of nights ago, that as soon as she was let in to Naomi's server, the first thing she did is put her name in and screenshotted everything with her name in.
Yeah. All she got was me saying I don't like her. Because I don't like you.
And you're entitled to your opinion. God, if I did a live for every person that didn't like me, well, I'd be fucking doing lives 24/7.
it's all right. I got a clip of Envy this morning. I was seeing her up there, and I was screen recording, and she said that she goes,
She's
"Oh
selling her constipation.
no," she said that she was she goes, "I've never put up anyone's information on a background." Blah blah blah, and I was like, "Wait!" And then she proceeded to call Naomi TJ, and I was like, "Girl, aren't you the one that released all that?"
She's like, except for some dude named TJ. I heard that too.
I know. I was like,
It's crazy how she gets away with it blatantly. It's like when she said about me doxing. So she did a whole live ranting about me, right? Da, da, da. And then when
She did
someone
that to
said,
me
"Have
too,
you-
Lee."
Do you have any evidence? The fuck are you on about? You're doing a whole live. You're using my name.
How many times did she say it was you that did it? Like, please.
Oh,
Multiple times.
I don't agree with you taking us into the women's bathroom because I'm a trans and me and I can't go in there, so please take me out.
At this point,
Lillian,
Brookie,
yeah,
I'm
right
taking you in, doll. I'm taking you in.
Yeah, we're all going in together.
We're all going in. We're all going in together.
And
I'll
we're all
hold
going
that
to
door
each
open
other's
for you,
punanas,
too.
'cause that's what women do.
I heard it. I was like, hey.
Yeah, exactly. It had already been shared. Like, I've heard so many different people have doxed her.
Yeah, but who the fuck is
Elijah.
May? Who the fuck is May though? You guys are bringing up some random person. Who the fuck
I'm
is
telling
May?
you that May is fucking shit.
she's a no one. No one knows who May is.
It's me. It's me.
May, Mia. It's Mia, not May. Mia.
No one. I don't even know who that
Mary?
is.
I know.
Oh,
before
May.
anyone
It is
says
May.
anything, you troglodytes in the comments, I'm not eating sperm. It's a yogurt. I've lost my spoon. So I'm
Well,
using my
nobody even thought of that. Calm down.
Right.
I did. I was getting quite excited. I want to be relevant. Stop stealing my thunder.
I mean, Chloe,
Literally nobody.
like Chloe, I get it, but like also like these people are quick to sit there and say, you know, when Amber's never mind. When Amber's pictures were put up there on this is completely different, but they have the same outrage. When Amber's pictures were put up and there was a picture of a child's ear, you know, and then, you know, Amber was like, how dare you? The people on the GC side were sitting there, including NVNM, saying, oh my God, it's just an ear. It's not like it's a baby. And we were like, okay, but then the same thing with Summer. It was like a little, like an arm was showing, and now there's outrage, and it's like, I find
Sorry.
it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but my kids and my cousin's kids' faces, all of their faces were shown.
Oh, yeah.
I
Right.
complain about an arm, but however, I don't think, regardless, it's very invasive. It's very uncomfortable, and you really don't know how you're going to react when that happens. So it sucks. It
No, I
sucks.
get it, but like I just find the outrage to be very. It's always the same. Why is Anna blocking? Who's Anna?
And can I just ask you a question in all
I'm
seriousness?
blocking you. I'm blocking you. No one else is blocking you. I'm blocking you. I'm blocking you because, like, you've threatened multiple people's kids at this point. I can't do it. I mean, fuck me.
Have some
I mean,
decorum.
yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. There's all the doxing that happened last year and the year before. People had no outrage then because it was the left getting doxed. But now that it's their turn, they're sitting there crying, going, "Oh my God, this is disgusting!" And I'm like, "Bruh,
Well, then get off the fucking internet. Is the simple answer to it.
yeah,
Don't
stop
be
trying to be
coming on the
relevant.
internet
If you want to be
caring.
well, if you want to be relevant, then expect the people to start looking. You know, you can't be someone without people knowing who you are."
But it's not even about being relevant. If you don't want people to come after you, stop being a cock. Moral of the story. You know, if you're going to continue to behave like a cock, people are going to come after you. Suck it up, Buttercup. It's fucking ridiculous, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I just find I don't
I
know.
know, I just feel like kids are fucking. We've said it that many times. Kids are off limits. Like,
Yeah,
just
that's
fucking
a
don't
totally
post this,
separate
mate.
thing.
It's that simple.
I mean, my kids are in their 20s. I'd still be pissed off if people brought them up on it. They're my babies, right? And they're innocent. They don't need to be, oh my God. My kids don't use social media, thank fuck.
Totally happened to me, and it was my husband's ex-wife's cousin's wife. She didn't like me because of a story she had heard, so she went to Facebook and found a picture of my kids and me and did a TikTok about it. And I was just like, like, take it down. Like, she took it down immediately. But you know, it was just like, why would anybody think that that's okay?
Because people are just not thinking, are they? And I don't think that, like, this is not an excuse. I think for some people, they don't really fully appreciate the internet, right? And what it means. Once you put it out there, it's out there for everyone to see. It's not just
Yeah.
your little group of friends. It's worldwide,
Yeah.
you know? And so if
Yeah,
you
it's not,
don't want people
unless
to
you have
have
it private, people are seeing it. Yeah, exactly.
Well,
you know?
that's like when my video, my Smix video was shared. I wasn't mad at the fact that people seen the video.
Ooh.
I was
Yeah.
mad at the way it was shared.
Right.
Next video, Haley. Did
Well,
you
and
say?
it's like when somebody comes in, like, well, who was it? Like, who was it that said their Smex tape was stolen? Farrah Abraham. You know, like,
Well, better than being heard having smacks on a live.
but still, if you're not the one that distributed it and gave it out and gave people the permission to have their eyes on it, like, that's wrong.
Yeah, that, like, there's a difference between, like, say, like, you put it on Cornhub. Well, then You have no control
Yeah.
over who sees it and no right to complain. But if it's something that's private,
But it was behind
Right,
a
like you have
paywall.
somebody is shared.
like you have to
why would
pay.
you
Like
help?
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Well,
Like you have to have
that's
a direct access.
what happened with
We're
mine. So
really
someone's obviously
serious
paid
about it
for it.
in the UK. It's a really serious criminal offence, and you are doing a custodial sentence without question.
Wait
They
a
take it.
minute. Haley, are you saying that they paid
Yes,
for your
someone
the
went
service
into
just
my
to take it?
yeah. So someone, I don't know who specifically paid for it, but someone paid for my it was my OF, and someone found it and then paid for the subscription to access the video, and then took the video, and then it was played on live stream and for over 100 people. I was like, oh my
So it's
god.
on the
Wow.
internet anyway, then, Haley.
It was
It's
on the internet, so I didn't. It wasn't the video being. It wasn't the fact that people saw the video. I was like, oh well, but it was the
Did
fact
you
that
do
they
the
were
best in the
behind my
video?
back. Well,
Yeah,
they
but
went.
surely that's illegal, Haley, isn't it? Because OnlyFans,
No.
don't they have protection behind their paper? You're not allowed to redistribute it.
Redistribute? Yeah.
Right. So I did have a like before you subscribe, there's like a welcome page thing, or like a welcome intro, and in it says that I do not give permission for my videos to be used, blah blah blah. Like I actually had that disclaimer in there. But you know, it is what it is. I still knew what I was doing putting that on the internet. It's there for life.
Sure.
Perform well, Haley.
Yeah, you're right, Haley. You're right.
Was that
And
a
then-
good performance?
Right, but like, do you know what's funny though? So everyone was sharing it around. My subscription went from $15 a month up to $50, and people were still subscribing to get my content. So I was like,
Yeah.
Oh.
I was
Okay.
making bank.
Yeah. And who
Any
knows
press
where
is
it
good
may
press.
lead? Yeah.
My
So
favorite.
all you motherfuckers.
My favorite saying is it's better to be looked over than overlooked.
Oh, that's so
Exactly.
true. That's so true.
You've left
Yeah.
your mark on the world, my lovely.
Yeah,
And not
so
many
that
people
was,
can do that.
but
I
like,
would have been mortified, honestly, but you're right. I probably would have gone with the same mindset that you were
Right.
talking about. Like, I put it out there. It's kind of a risk.
I was mortified
On
in
a
the
live,
moment because
I
of
got-
the type of video it was. Like they picked
Yeah.
the worst video to share. I was like,
Well, they ain't going to
But-
pick the best one, are they? But,
No.
you know, listen, we all fuck up, right? I got down in Jiggy on a lunchtime afternoon. I forgot that I'd gone onto a panel, but it'd all gone quiet. My mic was on mute. My camera was off. What could possibly go wrong? He came in, the little shush kabeen, getting all freaky with me. I thought, come on, let's be spontaneous. Halfway through, I heard Chloe's voice go, is that Cutie Pie? Having the host had done is put the live into Showtime. So when it came to me, it automatically took my mic off.
oh,
And all Envy's flying monkeys were in there.
I mean, that's funny.
It was hilarious.
Funny.
Fucking hilarious. Because what I said was, I don't care now, people know, right? I had schmacks. I didn't do it intentionally. You're just jealous, haters gonna hate, right? So, you know when you have that, it's like your kids walking in on you, right? You're like, oh, fuck. And because of the live it was, and because of the fuckers that were in there, that were after me anyway, I was like, this is going to be a nightmare. And it was, and this is where I'm going to stand up for Fred. Fred messaged me straight away on Discord and said, get on a Discord call. And he just said to me, right, you need to get back in that live. You need to get back up on that panel and you need to knock this in the head now. I went, what the fuck am I going to say? He said, you were out in the kitchen. You were doing some whisking, you know. You had the laptop on and your earbuds in. There was things going on. End of. And that's what I did. And did they believe me? Nah. Can they do anything about it? No. But this is where it'll be a criminal offence because Wingnut, fucking Mufasa, I was up on a panel, she came up, and then made some implications that she knew. Oh, shall I play the recording of the incident? and I didn't answer her because here's the thing in law: if I would have said, "Yeah, go on then, play it," she would have been well within her rights to play it, and there would have been nothing that I could do. But the fact that I didn't give consent, she can't play it because if she does, it's a criminal offence. So there we go.
Bye, Haley.
Bye, Haley.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I know, like, the picture I had shared in Naomi's Discord was used on a few different people's lives. Yeah, a few different people's lives to try to humiliate me, shame me. It just,
They just look
or
like
what?
knobs.
I've never done that to anybody. I've literally never had anybody's picture on my background. Now, have we laughed and made jokes on my live when we look at some of these crazy, ridiculous figures in dresses and those silicone body things? Yes, we've pulled those up, but we don't know any of those people. They're, they're not TikTok people,
No, you
so
don't. You have a
yeah, we're not.
kindness about you.
I mean, I try to be. Yes, I try to be, but I can only be pushed so far.
Exactly. And it's the same with like, where is the line, right? Because, the same thing happened to me in regards to, for 8 months, didn't say anything, right? Having live after live, fucking Reddit posts, shit in Discord, just so much about me. And, normally I'm, a gobby fucker, but I was like, no, I'm not going to give in to it until, and it was me and Raven that would come up. I think, well, it was the final straw. And this is why I spoke out and I did that live about Martha. Not only was me and Raven, what are we, moderate TROs or TRAs, wherever the fuck that is, right? But I'm also a danger to women. So she's running a live about me, Martha, telling other
I remember
women
that.
I'm a danger. I'm not going to just sit there and go, but she gave no context. I had 2 messages of random strangers telling me that I'm a disgusting human being and I should be off this app because they, and then when I do a live to
It was
counteract it, and I
awful.
think it was done in a respectful way, I'm the one that's bullying Martha. I'm like,
Yeah,
I
that's
have
insane.
that whole live. Yeah, I have that whole live in my drive. I haven't gone through my Google Drive yet.
but I love the
That's right,
videos
yeah.
we made though. Raven, I watched ours the other day. We were responding to Martha's video, and I was pissing myself laughing. I think she's crazy. It was such a brilliant response, honestly.
Oh my god, it was
What
funny.
love? What love?
Mine was, at what time of day do you become an asshole? When I wake up and I move and there are comments there.
But that's the best way to respond, right?
Yeah.
What are you gonna
I mean,
do?
a lot of times I try to ignore it. I don't like to respond, and I'll even tell other people not to respond. Like, don't give it to them. Don't give them the energy. Like, it'll fade, and then it's like I can't deal with this anymore. This is getting out of hand. Like, we're just basically that's like every week is one of us, or one day is all of us. It's just
Listen,
it got
I'll
out
be
of
back
hand.
on Saturday. That'll take some of the heat off you because the fuckers will come back after me. Like, so you've held the torch for long enough, guys. I'll take over.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Okay.
I appreciate that. And I see people coming into the live, and I've seen your names. I've seen your names in other lives where people were making fun of us. So I don't understand why you keep coming around. It's weird. It's weird.
I have a lot of the main ones blocked, but I have to go back and block them all again because when I hosted that live, a lot of people got unblocked, like for the sake of that live, and I haven't gone through and blocked them again.
I just can't imagine, right? I don't know. I mean, I guess if you were about 14, 15, you know, you might have this mentality, but I can't imagine, you know, when I look at my friends that I've got in real life, my grown-ass friends, behaving in, yeah, we have a bit of a, you know, you have a bit of a, like a little bitch, and you know,
Yeah,
and as they
sure.
get older,
It's
they got
fun.
dirty mouths, let me tell you, I was shocked. But in regards to pulling other women down, they just, it's just not what they do. And this
No.
nonsense, it is so childlike, and it is Darvo, right? Because it is gaslighting, it is manipulation, there is projection, as Uni was saying, you know, it's abusive behavior, right? It's really abusive behavior. Why?
So you know, I'm the only mass manipulator in this room right now.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to say that, darling. Let's pick on someone.
Most of the people in this room are women, and we're all pretty good at it.
Yep.
Bring it on.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because the next comment that I was gonna come out of my mouth was bad.
Too late, Raven. Too late.
Oh no, it's bad. Bad.
I do think that we still, I think above and beyond everything, I think that we've handled ourselves quite well.
Yeah.
I think it's normal for somebody to explode and to say enough is enough.
But that's what they want, right? And I think that
Yeah.
was another reason that stopped me. Look, I had all the lives. I had all, you know, just like you guys. I had a whole Discord set up. I had everything sent to me. Do you know what I mean? Everything. And in the end, the little cutie pie team, they set up a separate room within the Discord and put everything in there. And there's a lot of it I didn't even know about, right? Because I just don't want to know. Just tons of the shit. So at any moment during those 9 months, I could have done live after live after live, totally counteracting and contradicting what was being said. But I was like, what's the point? Because here's the thing. The people who are, and that live with that debates live where I was like a fucking possessed woman, proves the point in front of 500 people. Once I was dropped from, while I was changing my account, something was said about me. Oh yeah, see, Cutie Pie just admitted she hired some private investigators to search me out.
That's
right?
the dumbest thing ever. Who the fuck are you gonna hire for that? What the hell?
Even people that are normally on her side in the comments went, she didn't say that. However, there was about 3 or 4 fucking jelly brains that were like, yeah, we heard her, Henry. We heard her, Andy. Did you? Get your head out of her fucking arse then, because it's a fart you're hearing, because it's bollocks.
Yeah.
So people will believe it, no matter what. Which is what makes it dangerous. It's a cult.
Well, and that's why I just want to be done with these people. Like, they've been recording our lives for I don't know how long.
Oh, yeah.
Before all this business started, I promise. They've been recording our lives, I know, since at least September.
Yeah. Nearly every live I do gets recorded by some fucker.
Yeah.
But I'm like, bring it on. Bring it on.
All right. You don't have to believe it, but don't you find that a little weird when somebody sends their mods in to watch and record other people's lives just simply based on the fact that that creator doesn't like that person? That's weird.
But I never do anything. I've never gone after anyone. I've never doxed anyone. I've never asked my mods to do anything. I wish people would just leave me alone.
That's a lie. It's a lie.
Of course it is. Of course it is. And I even had, like, you can't rationalise with people who have gone that far, right? Because I had someone come in that wasn't even part of the fucking Buck Live thing, right? That happened a year ago. They'd only been on the app about 2 months. They'd heard a few things because suddenly the Buck Live thing came out again. And they came into my live, and you tried to silence women, you tried to do this, you know. And I'm like, and you're picking on Envy. I said, first of all, where have I spoken about Envy? Show me the evidence. Don't just say it out your mouth. Show me the evidence. You will not find one single live in the last 8 months where I have done, it's been about envy, but I can show you 18 that she's done about me. And
You
then
know,
you're coming in here
this,
telling me to stop picking on envy. That's fucking gaslighting, man. It's manipulative
for such
behavior.
an itty bitty little person, and she is itty bitty little person. She is the
Itsy bitsy
biggest
teeny weeny yellow
bully,
polka dot bikini.
the biggest bully, okay? The biggest pathological liar and the largest manipulator I've ever met.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah,
That's it.
she ain't worth my time or energy. So, welcome.
No.
Do, 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 do.
Just frustrating. Doxes Raven's
Parsley's
headphones.
doxing your headphones, yeah.
You see, and it just shows again the decorum and the integrity that you ladies have, right? Because you've had this live open. I'm not talking about Raven, though. She's a different colour fish. She's just a troublemaker. Yeah, and you could have used this time and space to really slate and bring them down, right? And you've chosen not to do that. You're only dealing in facts of what has happened. You're not making any personal attacks, comments, pushy, dickhead. You haven't said, you're not being like that. You've already won. You've already won.
I've said some nasty things.
Yeah, well, haven't we all?
Nah.
My friend's going to be it in,
She
yeah?
called my friend fat, so I told her to go purge.
Yeah, and I
Justified as bad.
I called her a delusional C-U-N-T. You do? Oh,
That
no,
shoe
not Delulu,
fits.
not Delulu. Delulu. I never thought I'd ever call another woman a C-U-N-T. It just came out my mouth so naturally.
No. Stay with the Australians long enough.
I mean, I'm pretty over.
It was Uni's fault.
I'm pretty over the trans debate, so she can have all that. We'll just go on a different side of TikTok.
Boring.
Yeah.
What have we achieved, right? In the 18 months that I've been doing it, and I sat with myself the other day thinking about this, give me one positive change for women that has been born out of doing this.
They're not all scary. That is the only thing. But we
Yeah.
already knew
And we're
that.
not all
We already knew
bigots
that.
and transphobes and mean and hateful and all the rest of it, right?
Yep.
Um,
In reality, I think getting to know you guys and getting to meet you guys was amazing. I think we've made some
Yeah.
great friendships and some shitty friendships, so that's a plus. But yeah, when it comes to the actual movement, I don't see any progression
you've
with
done
the
fuck
TikTok
all.
shit. No, we haven't. We've argued.